Welcome back to the channel. If you have been following the channel, you probably noticed we have been on a little bit of a motorcycle journey. At some point, there was a CFMOTO Ibex 450. Great bike, lightweight, confidence-inspiring, and honestly a lot more capable than people give it credit for. Then, we went to the opposite end of the spectrum with the BMW R1300 GS. Incredible motorcycle, tons of power, packed with technology, unbelievable comfortable, but for us, it almost felt like too much motorcycle for the riding we actually do. And that's what led us here. This is the Aprilia Tuareg 660. After spending some time with it, I really think this bike has become the Goldilocks of the adventure world. Not too small, not too big, just right. Now, most people know the Tuareg as an off-road adventure bike, and that's exactly how Aprilia markets it. Long travel suspension, 21-inch front wheel, 18-inch rear, rally styling. Everything says, go find some dirt. But here's the funny thing. We're probably going to spend 95% of our time on the pavement. Daily riding, weekend trips, back roads, maybe even the occasional track day, just to see what happens. And honestly, I think that's where the bike really shines. The chassis is absolutely incredible. We firmed up the suspension just a touch from the factory settings, and it completely transformed the feel on the road. It still soaks up rough pavement like an adventure bike should, but now it has the level of precision that honestly surprised me. It is one of those bikes that makes you wonder why everyone isn't talking about. As you can see from the video, we already made quite a few tweaks and added a few parts, from stealth mirrors, flyscreen, spools, chain guard, and tail tidy to name a few. And then there's my favorite modification, the Zart catback exhaust. This is the soundtrack the Tuareg should have left from the factory. It's not obnoxious, it's not trying to wake up the neighborhood, it just gives the parallel twin the personality it was missing. Every twist of the throttle now has a grin attached to it. For our riding, this bike hits a really sweet spot. It's light enough that you don't dread moving it around the garage, comfortable enough to spend all day in the saddle, capable enough to disappear down a gravel road whenever curiosity takes over. And yet, it's still an absolute blast carving up the twisty roads. Sometimes motorcycles become popular because they're the best at one thing. Sometimes they become popular because they're expensive. And then, every once in a while, a bike slips through the cracks. Not because it isn't good, but because people haven't discovered just how versatile it really is. And I honestly think that the Tuareg 660 is just that. It may have been designed to conquer dirt, but don't overlook it if your adventures mostly happen on asphalt. If you're looking for something that's lighter than the big adventure bikes, more comfortable than a middleweight naked, and far more entertaining than the spec sheet suggests, this might be one of the motorcycling's best secrets. Over the next few months, we are going to use this as our daily rider, our touring bike, and our twisty road weapon. We'll share what works, what doesn't, and whatever this hidden gem continues to impress as the miles pile on. If that's the kind of content you're into, hit subscribe and let's go put some miles on this thing. As always, don't resist the twist, and lean is the way. Bye!